The traditional way that companies expand internationally is by setting up branch offices and subsidiaries overseas. There's also a more simple way to set up in some countries, which is a payroll-only registration. The payroll-only registration is registering your U.S. company for payroll or as an employer in another country. But it's not as simple as that. I think an employer-only registration is perceived as a quick solution because it sounds like all you have to do is register for payroll. However, the details of that are much more complicated than they seem. I would say in most European countries it takes a couple months. It takes maybe 2 months, 6 weeks to 2 or 3 months to register for payroll only. But beyond that, just the payroll only, once the entity is registered, it's also figuring out the employment contract details, getting the employee on payroll, setting up benefits, registering the company, the U.S. company or whatever company you register for payroll or for a union in that country if it's legally required. A larger company might have the bandwidth to figure out how to compliantly expand and only be an employer in a country. It's the smaller companies who might be attracted to that approach because they think it's easy and they'll be able to figure it out. However, in my experience, that's exactly the type of company that shouldn't be spending their resources trying to figure it out and more often gets things wrong because there's just so much nuance in so many areas. Like there's a lot of financial risk associated with not being a compliant employer in a European country that's just not worth taking. We already have a company set up in country that is operating as an employer, has local payroll running, has benefits that are in place that are world-class and available for our clients' employees. So all our clients have to do is identify the right talent to engage in that country, and just like that, they have somebody on the payroll the next day, and it eliminates all the complexities and all the obstacles and all the expense and administrative overhead associated with figuring out how to go global beyond just finding the right person.